As always, we start off with our leadoff hitter, Mr. Mark Culkin. Who is it at signal caller for you, Mark?
This is a really interesting category, and actually, I really like these questions that you chose for this week, Greg. But when it comes to USC quarterbacks, I have a final candidate, but I'm just going to go over a couple of them real quickly.
Sure.
First of all, does Sam Darnold, can we put him on this list right now, even though he's still in the NFL?
Well, he's not a star, but he's in the NFL, sure.
We qualify. Okay. Sanchez definitely qualifies as far as I'm concerned. I think even though he got to the AFC Championship game a couple times, that butt fumble just looms a large shadow over his NFL career compared to what he did at USC. I mean, he had a really great year. JD Booty had a great year, had a great time at USC. Todd Marinovich, for obvious reasons, but the winner for this category, it's got to be Matt Leinart. I mean, when you do as much as you do at USC, and then you end up in the NFL, and I mean, I think he's known for having a hot tub party with his head coach's daughter. So it's got to be Leinart.
All right. That's we'll file that under the hot topic of the jacuzzi category. Chris, what say you?
So Mark has already named all of the quarterbacks from the Pete Carroll era except for Carson Palmer. I was going to go with John David Booty, who I think is he did a lot less in the NFL than Sanchez did, for example. But I'm going to come with because he already said all those names, I'm going to come with one out of left field. Tim Green. Tim Green was the quarterback in 1984. If you go look at his numbers, they weren't very good. But that was a different era of football. But he came in and I think that Sean Salisbury was supposed to be the starter. He may have gotten hurt or something. I can't remember. Green came in, played pretty well, and took USC to the Rose Bowl and actually beat a much higher ranked Ohio State team in that game and threw a big touchdown pass at the end to ice it. So I'm going to go out of left field with Tim Green.
Good choice. Very interesting. I didn't think of Tim Green. Eric, did you think of Tim Green, or do you have who do you have?
Even on my radar.
Yeah, I have Tim Green. Of all the names, that's also who I had. No, I mean, like Chris said, right? Mark took them all, and I'm surprised that he didn't go with the guy that I thought. Again, Matt Leinart, as far as what he did at USC, where he was drafted, the expectations, and then what happened in the NFL. He's an easy one for this. Matt Barkley is it for me. He's USC's all-time leader in passing yards, in passing touchdowns, probably with numbers that aren't going to get touched because guys are not going to start as many games or as play in as many games as he did. The fact that Caleb Williams is going to do what he's going to do in 2 years at USC and still not really be able to shout at Matt Barkley's numbers, I think tells you kind of what he was able to do. And then you look at him in the NFL, and he's still there. So again, it's tiptoeing that line of NFL success and how do you want to define that? Because it's 2023. Matt Barkley has not been at USC for a long time, and he's still there getting NFL paychecks. Again, being a backup quarterback, practice squad quarterback in the NFL is not a bad way to make a living. But I think he's got like less than 400 pass attempts in his entire NFL career. So I'm going to say, again, for a guy who came in as a number one overall recruit, who played that much for USC, the thought was he'd be a big time NFL guy, didn't quite live up to that. But oh my goodness, what he did, both kind of as a leader, as a performer, a producer, all of that stuff as a quarterback at USC, just nothing but high praise and great memories of Matt Barkley as a Trojan.
These are all excellent answers based on your age, your experience. I'm going to represent the senior citizens group that views here inside the Trojans huddle. I'm going to go way back, and I'm going to pick somebody who never was in the NFL. And my answer is quarterback Steve Sogge, 5'10", 174, quarterback, the 67 USC national champions. He was also selected by the AP, UPI, and Pac-8 coaches as a first-team quarterback on the 1968 All-Pac-8 All-Conference team. Steve, by the way, was also an excellent catcher on the Trojans baseball team, and he truly was a guy that you could say he played football, was great in college, and should be remembered as such. But as the years roll by, the 1967 team seems like way, way, way back when. But since I saw him play, I'm tossing a little bit of love to him.